then I'm interested to see how the people who want exclusives start reacting to that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there'll be a backlash, to be honest with you. I feel like the same people who are championing exclusives now, if and when the time comes when there's another game releasing that year that is single player, that is big, if they're not getting that one and they're just getting some, small, little prize at the end, like, here's your exclusive, guys. It's not the biggest, but here's one. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. I think there's going to be massive backlash. I think people will lose their minds. And the last thing they want to do is have that smoke right when they're releasing a new console. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like to go ahead and say, hey, we're releasing Helix, and guess what? The exclusive that we're going to give you this year is actually the smaller one, not the bigger one that you hoped and thought it would be. So done.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. It's going to have to be like, so Clockwork is going to be next year. I don't know, because we're hearing rumors that maybe the Helix will not launch next year, but I think it is launching next year. I don't know, whatever. So if it does launch next year,
you can make it, how much longer you can take with it. I think the point is that it's going to be more money. That's why they're going to do the payment plans and all this shit to help people out.
I mean, we can have that as the
Look, right. This is the thing. We're gonna right now, guys. This is what I'm gonna say. Thank you all for rocking out with us. Now, if you are a member of our channel, don't go anywhere. The show is going to continue. But for everyone else who's not a member, thank you so much for rocking out with us, man. It's been a long show. We still give you a nice long show, but we do have another topic that we want to go into. We do want to talk about some of the third-party money hatting situation and, some of the other things that are going to be happening. So guys, thank you all so much. You won't get the outro because the stream is not going to end. We're just going to switch it over to members only, which will get everybody out who's not a member. But guys, thank you again. We appreciate you all. Again, if you're a member, don't go anywhere. This is going to continue. But with that, the most I guess the most real version of you're intruding is going to be happening. But guys, thank you so much. And listen, Fillmore Pockets just said it. Yo, Fillmore, appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day to everyone who's not going to stay in this building right now. If you're a father, hope you have a phenomenal Father's Day, man. Appreciate you guys. All right, we're going to switch it over, and it is done. Thank you all. Appreciate you. All right, hold on. Let me see. Eligible members with notifications turned on will be notified. Moderators who aren't members of the channel won't be able to access member-only live stream. Okay. So there you go. Oh, this descended. Look at that. Look at the deceiver coming through, gifting another 5 to see. That's very nice of you, deceiver. Thank you, man. Let me go ahead and get this right here. You got Deceiver in the building, man. Shout out to Deceiver, man. Thank you so much, bro. We appreciate you. Y'all know what to do. Put the mother effing welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us. And of course, the Deceiver, man. Thank you for that kindness. I know you were trying to help some more people get in and stay in the building, man. Thank you so very, very much. Deceiver, everybody who is in the chat, go ahead and show some love to our boy, the Deceiver. We're going to go ahead and update this banner real quick because he has now become the highest number for memberships. So we're going to take Deceiver and go like that. Boom. We're going to do a little Control X. I did Control X and Control V at the same time somehow. Okay. So bam, put them there. And we'll go to 10 gifted for our boy Deceiver. That's right. You are on the banner, my friend. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to take that chapter. Okay. So now, Hargeet, this is the discussion that I wanted to have because I didn't know. Apparently, it came out in an interview somewhere, and I did not know about it. Okay. So I didn't know that Asha kind of came out and was, making statements. So I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna bring it up on screen because I'm gonna leave the gameplay just because this is the members only. So we'll just leave it like that. But I know, if I'm not mistaken, where it is. There you go. Okay. So let me see this one. Okay. So at a Bloomberg Tech 2026 event, and in internal memos to employees, Sharma outlined the necessity for third-party partnerships, noting in order to be a platform, you must have exclusive content and services. Great. But she emphasized that Xbox needs a reliable pipeline of first and third-party exclusives and new IP to ensure future success. I mean, this is the thing, right? If she is going to go ahead and do this, now you're talking a very different battle, right? Like, this is a very different battle if you now have it where she can absolutely play a way different game than PlayStation does. Because although theoretically you're in the same idea, I'm going to money hat these games, the level of money hatting that Xbox can do versus the level of money hatting that PlayStation could do are a little different. The last time Xbox money hatted a game, it was Rise of the Tomb Raider. So in my mind, if Asha is saying, hey, this is the way we're going to play, we're going to have our first party big bangers that we're going to do, but we're also going to money hat third party exclusives. The way she phrases it, it sounds like it's up like bigger entities, because we've already had third party exclusives like Replace. Is it Replace exclusive? Right?
Yeah, I don't think it's come out on the other side yet. No,
I think it's only on Xbox right now. So it's like we have these exclusives. The exclusives exist, these third-party exclusives, especially through Game Pass, right? But I feel like this means that she's going to money hat big dogs. I feel like this means she's going to do more damage than PlayStation, because PlayStation just gets these little guys. You know what I'm saying? They get a lot of de facto like exclusives, like from people like the BG3 or whatever, who's like, I can't make it work over there, so we're just gonna release here, or the monkey, Black Myth Wukong, right? When I look at it, I think they're gonna go big. Like Mac 22TH54 in the building. He says, to quote Matt Booty, spend them out of business. Yo, the deceiver. Yo, it's so true. So that was Mac, of course. Spend them out of business. This is the moment now. This is finally, he got the opportunity to do it. The deceiver 40K says, last time Microsoft tried money hatting, they had to be stopped in court. Bro,
what?
I feel like I mean, I don't know exactly
When was
what he's
that?
referring to, but I don't know. But maybe he's talking about like in court. Maybe he's saying that they didn't want them to make Call of Duty exclusive, so they like gave him stuff to buy it or stuff like that. Maybe he's referring to being stopped before it actually happens. But Gentle Stone, great point. Do we know if Persona 6 is going to go to PlayStation?
Isn't it?
Oh, did they announce it?
No way, that's not going to PlayStation.
No. Hold on. Did they
I'm
announce
looking
it?
that
Did
up.
they say
There's
first
no
of all, he
way.
didn't say first of all, he didn't say it's not.
Yeah,
He's
no, it's
asking,
launching on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC.
where does it say that? Who says that?
This was just AI search, but
Okay.
I will
Let's
go
go to
to
Sega.
Persona 6 on
Yeah,
their
go to
site and let's
Persona
see.
6 website and see if they list the consoles. And Gentlestone says they think he's referring to COD. He also says OD as well, right? We know that is an Xbox exclusive. But is it going to stay exclusive? We don't know. The Deceiver, he says the ABK deal is what he's talking about. So they had to be stopped from. They were afraid of what Microsoft would do with the newfound power.
Well, that's another big one though. That's beyond her, but like at some point Call of Duty comes up. Does that
In the
always have
10-year
to be
mark.
on PlayStation? Yeah.
I mean, the reality
man.
is between PC and Xbox, Elder Scrolls 100% can be sustained because the biggest player base for Elder Scrolls is PC. Same thing with Fallout. But a game like Call of Duty is actually a console first game. It does way better on console than it does on PC. So, by the way, have you guys watched this whole Fable gameplay?
I haven't watched all of it now.
Oh my god, it's amazing looking. I haven't watched the whole thing either. This is the first time I'm actually just letting it rock in the background. It's low key why I didn't want to check it out because I kind of want to watch it. But all right, when you go to Sega's website or Persona's website, do they say it?
Atlas, I couldn't find Persona 6 at all, so I don't. It's just not there.
Okay, so AI might just be taking people saying stuff. Maybe on Twitter. You don't have Twitter. Let me search Persona 6 on Twitter. I got to tell you, I agree with Amit Kumar. See, this is the thing. I think you guys got to learn like how I am, right? Like I'm a big person on belief, right? I'm big on belief. If I believe something, that's the way. Then that's the way. You can't, unless you can give me a better argument, then I'm not gonna, like, it just is what it is. Well, I don't care about exclusives, right? So this is not for me because I don't care. But what I do care about, like I said, is Xbox. And if Xbox is going to run around saying this stuff, then you got to go do it. Now, I already think that this is a cop-out because Clockwork Revolution in no way, shape, or form is in the same league as Fable. Fable's coming out next year. That should have been the exclusive for next year. They should have moved up. They should have put this in the fall, and they should have moved up Clockwork to balance it out. And this should have been the exclusive. And be damned the messing everything up. But I know they won't do it, but like that's the way it should have been if they were gonna do this, right? If they were gonna do this the way it should have been. Okay, so I'm on Twitter right now. I'm searching Persona 6 official Atlas. Okay, no, it's official. It's on Xbox Series X, PS5, and Steam.
Yep. Okay.
That's their official Twitter. So, and it's already wish listable on those things. Okay. So, I mean, that was a good one though, Gentle Stone. Like that would have been the caliber of what I would expect when she says Money had third parties. Because again, Eternal Strands. I don't know if you know that game. I don't know if it ever made its way to PlayStation yet, but when it launched on Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. And there's quite a few smaller games that way. I don't think that moves the needle at all. I don't think you can come out here and be like, here's this small game that's exclusive. Because if you're okay with that, then you should have kept Ninja Theory and Compulsion and Double Fine making these smaller games, right? So yeah, for me, I don't think that it's a realistic, scenario to hype up third-party games that are small. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see that as a thing. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on, you know, going ahead and doing these third party money hats? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? And then how do you think they should go about it? What caliber should they be aiming for? Like, if they're going to do this, what makes sense to you? You know, these smaller games, these bigger games. I mean, what are you thinking? If you have examples of games like a Persona 6, you know, where are you with it?
Yeah, again, I'm not happy with exclusives, as you know, right? But
we gotta play their game. We're already in the world.
Yeah, yep. we're in this world now. If they're gonna do this tit for tat thing, okay. So you know, if you want to go all out, then go all out. And you know, if you go back to sort of the Xbox original and 360 era, you get games like Mass Effect, which, by the way, has a game coming out. You have a Splinter Cell, which, by the way, has a game coming out. You know, you have, like you mentioned, Tomb Raider, which has a game coming out. You know, there's already applicability for all three of those that were exclusives on your platform. So Facts. Beyond your own games, you have these three big IPs. Go for it, right? You know, I like the idea of taking something like, you know, if you're going to go crazy, one of these Japanese IPs and say, why the heck not? If, you know, Sony can do it, so can we. By the way, the Tomb Raider thing, that was also something that PlayStation was doing with Final Fantasy, right? It's the same company, Square Enix, who owned Tomb Raider at the time. So they they gave one to PlayStation, Final Fantasy, and they gave Tomb Raider to Xbox, right? But yeah, I think those are perfectly viable options because there's applicability. Like Tomb Raider's in an interesting position, right? That company, Crystal Dynamics, had to be sold off like several, and they're currently part of what's that big conglomerate, and then they made a sub thing of it, like the Lord of the Rings and Friends thingy, whatever the heck they call it.
Yeah, Embracer has like 4 different little groups that they made.
Yeah, so they have this subgroup, and then it's now in partnership with Amazon, who's doing the. So anyway, so there's all sorts of fun going on there, right? But that could be a potential. It's like, okay, let's take away the risk, Amazon. I know you had to invest quite a bit. Let's take away the risk. I'm going to make this an exclusive, whether it goes to Game Pass or not. I think it should, but that's it. That's an issue for her to handle. I don't care how that gets financially handled. She's the one who wants to do this. Fair enough, right? Go ahead and get it. EA has been having trouble with BioWare. It's just the way it is. Their last several games haven't exactly lit it up, have they? You're redoing Mass Effect, sort of, right? You're kind of continuing the story, kind of maybe leaving Andromeda out. Okay, fine. Cool. Do you want a little bit of a sort of security blanket? Go ahead and do it, right? Again, Mass Effect 1 was a full-time exclusive. I don't know if I think the new trilogy thing they made is how Mass Effect 1 finally came to PlayStation, right? So this is not out of the ordinary. It's something they could have done before. They can do it now. So that is something they could take on. Splinter Cell has a long relationship with Xbox. So, and that's been something that's been kind of like, you know, it's in the works. We don't know where the heck it is. We haven't seen it. Hey, go get it. Go get it. You know, a lot of the stuff that PlayStation's been doing has also been in sort of the new market, like China and South Korea. And, you know, like we're starting to get stuff from Africa, etc. Go get those too. Why not? Right? So that's also a potential for them to start getting some of those games. But you want to get something that's significant enough and then try to, you know, bring it over. And smaller games are fine too, right? Because now you're taking away your first party smaller games. Well, you have to replace that with something. So this might be the way. You get smaller games that way and let them take the risk. You put a small amount in, put it in Game Pass, say, here you go, right? And that's part of the Game Pass bucket, right? So fine, like go ahead and do that. So I think those are potential ways, but I can see potential for big games like that. But yeah, and I kind of agree. It can't be just small stuff because they already have that, right? It really has to be these marquee things that people recognize. Oh, that you have that game over there. And then the question is, does it stay permanent or is it timed? That's up to them, right? Certainly if it's like it's timed, but it's like 8 years. Yeah, that's going to certainly make it a big push to one side, right? It's like this gen, this ain't moving over there. Okay. That's kind of what happened with Final Fantasy, right? Final Fantasy 7. It took a long time for that to come over to Xbox. It finally did, but it took a long time, right? It's like, oh yeah, cool, right? I don't think Square is going to do this anymore because I think they're like they learned their lesson. They're like, yeah,
Well, they
that's
already
that did
they
not work
already
for us.
did. They already did
So
because
they're
they
not going to
rely
do it.
on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's
they're
the
like, we're
problem.
not
You
doing
can't
that.
do it with like a. It can't be somebody like that game means everything to them. Like EA, for instance, you could do that with them, right? Because they're still going to release Madden.
Because they
They're
got
still going to
other
release.
revenues. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have their money makers.
They have their
But
sports
if it's
revenue. They have like exactly.
exactly, but like they're the game that is supposed to make this company money, they're not going to go ahead and give you unless
So the
you're
other one.
paying for reals what they would have lost in sales at for the other place.
So the other one, which I think they already kind of announced it, which is kind of annoying, but is the Segas. Okay, Crazy Taxi. You could scoop that and say that's going to only be here, right? But I think they already announced the platforms for that one. Disappointingly, not that can't be like sort of say, well, we thought that, and now just like Black Myth Wukong, sorry, PlayStation's no longer there. Okay, sorry, ton, whatever. So that I think those games, because remember, Sega had a massive partnership with Xbox. It basically was like Dreamcast 2, right? There was a massive partnership of content coming in. It's like, okay, you got all this revival of your Sega old IP. Perfect potential for bringing it over. A lot of nostalgia, large names, big publisher Sega. I think there's a potential partnership already, right? Persona is coming in day and date to Game Pass from that. That's huge, right? So if they're willing to trust that, yes, bring some of those games over. Another one that I would like to see, and I don't know if it's going to be big or not, but it was a big moment for me was at the Keeley show. Last Ronin is still alive.
Oh my God!
It's
Please,
still
Jesus.
being worked
I
on.
love that game, bro. Oh my God, I
would
love
that.
I can't wait to see what that
Bring
game's
it.
be.
Bring that
Woo!
game to Xbox.
Man,
They already have the
that game is
relationship. It was
fire.
Platinum, if I remember right, correct? If Platinum's the one working on it, they did that with Ninja Gaiden. They could make that partnership happen, bro. Just make that exclusive. Just go. Like bring that to
I mean,
and
it'll
maybe
hurt
not
though.
Game
I
Pass,
mean,
I don't care, whatever, but
that's the beauty. Like, no matter what's like, we don't need to give a crap about these exclusives because we're gonna get all the games in this situation regardless. But if Xbox is going to do this, if they're throwing their hat in the ring and they're saying, all right, knuckle up, we're gonna fight the way you guys fight, we're gonna fight, and we can show you that we can fight harder, right? That's what needs to happen. So you need to go after these mainstream exciting IP and exciting games that people are going to give a shit about and make them cry that it's not there. That's what you need to do. If Phil's gone and there's no more Kumbaya, then Asha needs to lead into it, because if she's putting on a front, it's gonna crumble. It's gonna crumble. And then once that happens, there's no going back. If that happens, there is no more saving the idea that Xbox wants any part of that smoke. Understand that. If we go to a point where the world calls her bluff and all these big games come out and she's just getting small little third-party games that are exclusive, if she's not giving you the biggest Xbox game that year as an exclusive and putting them everywhere, then her bluff will be called and it'll be over. Then at that point, if this was ever going to do anything, it for goddamn sure will not do anything for Xbox or her going forward. She will be branded the same way Phil and the squad were, and I don't think there's another person you're going to be able to fly in to save the day. Matthew Ball, he already committed the sin of committing 100% to there being more when Asha did it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just to be clear, this is the place that I didn't want Xbox to be in. Xbox is now in this do or die mode. Because before it was like, listen, we're above that. We're doing our thing. We're taking money from PlayStation. We're taking money from these guys, right? We're doing good over here. I know you want these exclusives, but it just doesn't make sense in this industry. The devs are going to suffer. Players are going to suffer. We don't want that. In that world, you're good. If you're throwing that away and you're saying, no, we're going to come compete. We're going to fight. We're going to do this. And then you come out with a weak, limp dick. It's a waste. It's a waste, bro. Nobody's excited. You can't be gassing up the girl on the drive home like, girl, you about to get it. It's about to go down. You ain't even ready. And then you get there and you're like, this doesn't happen to me. Sorry. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. These girls, they're too emotional out here. These people who want these exclusives so hard, they're too emotional for that. If you flake on them, you're in trouble. You're in trouble because you're not going to win them back ever. I don't think there's a way that if you scorn these ladies that you're going to get your way back in. It's done. Because what's going to happen is that Satya would then have taken over the reins and said, you failed now. You didn't make it happen. So we're just going to go back to the way that Xbox is going to make the most money possible. And that's, we're going to put all of our games everywhere and we're just going to get it. Okay. That's what I didn't want. That's why I was so against the idea of saying that Xbox needed to do this. Because even the way it was done, this was not, hey, you know what, guys? This whole thing makes sense. You know, if we do the exclusives, we're going to get more people to buy. And people, no, that's not what took place here. This was done under duress. She was stressed as all hell, trying to figure out what to do. Okay. She finally said, all right, that's it. We're going to go all in with them. And that's going to take us to where we need to go. Now that has happened, she has put Xbox in this position. If Xbox does not deliver what is expected, it's going to be a waste. Dude, even next year, I'm already a little iffy because Clockwork Revolution, as dope as a game is going to be, again, we've already had that exclusive. We've had that exclusive. That exclusive was Avowed. That was Obsidian's big new IP, even though it was based in the world, still Avowed. There's not Avowed 2. This is a brand new game that they made. And Obsidian is just as good as an Exile. And they did this already. Xbox already had this exclusive and it meant nothing. So what I already fear, as dope as Clockwork Revolution is, what I already fear is come the time next year when Clockwork comes out and these dudes are out here championing it, saying, yeah, we got our exclusive, haha. And you have the ponies like, dog, nobody wants to play that game. We're playing Fable. We're playing State of Decay. We're playing whatever other, you see what I'm saying? Like right now, Gears, at least it has the cachet that although ponies are saying that they don't care about Gears, which they've already demonstrated, Gears still has emotional relevance to an Xbox fan, right? So to an Xbox fan, it's like, yo, they gave me Gears. Yes. And look at how beautiful, it's undeniable how amazing Gears look. And even though the ponies are going to say it, you know that they cannot deny internally, they know they're like, damn, that would have been dope. That would have been dope to play. That looks crazy. Clockwork Revolution, that's not going to be it. It's going to be just like Avowed was. I was pumping my chest about Avowed. I loved Avowed. Avowed was amazing. And I think Clockwork will be the same amazing for people like me. But do I think that that's going to be a brag for hardcore Xbox exclusive fans to use against a PlayStation fan? No, I don't think so. I think that would have been Fable. I think Fable is the game changer next year of what we know about.
So, do you think they should just take the hit and make Fable exclusive?
In this world where they are doing exclusives, they should have took the hit and made Fable exclusive.
I think you're right.
100%.
I think it's far enough away. I think they should just do it. Like whatever. Oh, it's gonna piss off PlayStation. Who cares?
Well,
really, who cares?
The thing.
You know they have the higher hand here, right? Because they have Call of Duty, and PlayStation 100% still needs Call of Duty. So what are they gonna do? Yep. They're gonna bitch and moan and say, "Okay, take it." Because what can they do? If we're not in the Phil Kumbaya anymore, Asha literally has them by the balls. Because their money, their profit is made off of, and that's them saying it, off of Call of Duty, right? Yep. So, and they have that. They own it, right? What you should also do, why the hell don't they have some exclusive stuff for Call of Duty for Xbox only? The regulators were okay with that. The regulators themselves said partial. Go ahead.
There's another game that just announced that they're doing something exclusive for Game Pass. Do you remember? It just got announced. Withering Waves.
Okay.
I think it's Withering Waves, right? They're getting it from PlayStation, had it exclusive. Now it's coming to Xbox. But on Xbox, if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you're getting an exclusive thing, right? Just whatever it is, you're getting something exclusive. Why not? If you want to, if it can't
Call of Duty is owned by
just Xbox versus PlayStation, why not say, hey, if you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you get exclusive skins every month from Call of Duty?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Right? That'll make people want to subscribe. That'll make it happen, bro.
Yep.
I think that Amit said, okay, my bad. We're one of those.
Yep. So, this is the stuff I think they need to go after, right? So hopefully they will do something like that. Now, I hate the fact that all these studios are in turmoil. Some of them might split off, some of them might shut down. But maybe the reason is like, okay, I can either keep spending the money here, or I'm going to take that and decide to use it for that kind of thing, right? It could be, hey, I'm going to go spend the money and get you Mass Effect, right? Instead of having compulsion. Okay. I'm trying to look at it as glass half full, right? I don't know if that's the case or not, but that might be what they're trying to do, right? So if that's the case, then yeah, I think Fable first really should just be exclusive. Now, I don't know if next year we don't get Elder Scrolls. If we do, then that solves that problem, right? And if Elder Scrolls,
that'll be stupid if they don't. This is what I don't want. If you're going to be Xbox, right, and you're going to say that we're going to have exclusives, right? Again, I don't give a shit about the exclusives for me. But if Xbox decided that this is the ring they're going to enter, right?
Yep.
What I
and you got to go all out
is some weak bitch Xbox coming out here being like, okay, we're going to get rid of Compulsion and Ninja Theory because those exclusives are not big enough for anybody to care. So we're going to go get some other fucking no-name exclusives that nobody else is going to care about. Like, at least there was some first-party loyalty to Hellblade and South of Midnight, right? But like, if you're just getting some random game that nobody's going to give a shit about, we've already had that, bro. We already had that.
Yeah.
So how is that different?
So why even bother? It's got to be big games. And Asha, I'm hoping they get that.
Dog. If you're gonna do this, then do it. Yep. Why is Fable still on PlayStation? That's the big game next year.
Yep.
Clockwork is not.
I agree. I agree, because even Campaign Evolved, at least it's just a remake of it. Very, very old game.
Exactly.
Right? It's like fine,
which is what they did for Gears, right? So it's like a
new mainline. Not happening. It's going to be on Xbox only.
Did you freeze or fall asleep?
Wait, did I cut out or did you cut out?
Oh my god, you froze, bro! It looked you. Yo, I thought you fell asleep. I thought you just had you were just like,
yeah.
And your eyes
you started sparkling, so it must have been like some sort of network glitch or something.
Yeah, that was wild. I was not expecting that.
But yeah, no. So I think Fable should just be pulled. I think they should just. I don't care what the cost is, just make it happen, right? And I know that I'm running their business, right? I'm running their business, and they don't have a lot of it. I don't care. You're Microsoft. If you really want to do this, if you really want to go,
That's
then
the point.
just do it.
That's the point.
Then just do it.
Again,
right?
It doesn't change anything for me. The game's exclusive, not exclusive. I'm still gonna play it, right? I still have it.
Yep.
So I don't give a shit. But what I said is I do care about Xbox, and I don't want them to cheapen their word, right? We've already been in this place where people didn't believe the leadership because of the 4 games and all that other bullshit, right? You have a clean slate. You have a clean slate, and she's done everything correctly to earn the respect of the people who want this stuff the most, right? They got the big game. Gears is theirs. Next year, I think Clockwork is going to be a phenomenal game. I don't think these dudes like these games. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're more of the thinking man's game, right? They're more of the game people who want to live in this world and do these things. A lot of these dudes don't want it. They just want like the biggest and the baddest, and that's cool, right? I don't think Clockwork is going to move the needle for these Xbox exclusive wanters, right? I think if you're going to show up and say, hey, you guys want exclusives, we are going to deliver you exclusives, big, fat, veiny exclusives. I think that's the only way. If you're not, then don't do it. Then go back. Go back. You're going to shit the bed with money now. So why do it for only a few of these things? Elder Scrolls 6 better be exclusive. Fallout 5 better be exclusive. Starfield 2 better be exclusive. Halo 7 or 6, I don't even know what the hell, 7, right? Yeah, 7. Halo 7 better be exclusive. Blade better be exclusive. I just there's no way. And again, I didn't want them to or need them to go do exclusives. I didn't care. But if you're gonna do this shit, don't be a bitch. Let me get the homie Max22TH54 in the building. That $5 super chat. Appreciate you, homie. Says, I think exclusives are a loser. But if they're gonna do it, they need to commit 100% hashtag Fable exclusive. Exactly. Like you can't you can't come out here and look, as much as I don't agree with the need as these other Xbox people do, I don't think they should get played. I don't think Xbox should bamboozle them and just put a gag in their mouth this year and next year and then be like, oops, you thought we were going to go big. We're actually going to just give you whatever smaller entities we have as the exclusive. Elder Scrolls 6, nah, dog. Everybody's playing that joint. That's what it is. And Reggie Bone, I'm not. He says, you don't care, but you're glad they're back. Not at all. Not at all. I rather keep Compulsion. I rather keep Ninja Theory. I rather keep Double Fine. I love the games they make. Sorry, they were not worth the trade. Yeah, all of them. They're not worth the trade at all. But what I am saying is that if Xbox decided, hey, we're going to close these people, you're going to close these studios and then give shit exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Don't, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. This has to equal something. Their sacrifice, right, to be gone and be shuttered has to mean that you're going to do this at the highest level. And I don't think they will make Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive, but they goddamn sure better. Because if they don't, if I'm Reggie Bone and I'm saying, nah, exclusives is it, this is what I need, and then I see Elder Scrolls 6 come out and everybody's playing that shit, and I got My Little Pony as my exclusive, like, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. If you're gonna do it, then you do it. That's just
Yeah, we'll see what they do, man. But like, yeah, I tend to agree. Like, if you're gonna go down this path, then you have to go full in. You just have to. You have to go full in, and then figure out how to make it work, right? So, their success was based on that. It was based on a lot of like the buzz, like the people just wanted to be there because it had all this stuff. It also had innovations that were more interesting than the other side, who were catching up, right? And so I think, that's kind of the thing they have to do, and we'll see what they do now, right? But my main headache with all of this is it's all sounds great, except if you really want to attract more people to your platform, then the cost of the platform has to be much lower. And that's very tough for them right now. It's tough for everybody, to be fair. It's not a singular thing. The freaking Steam Deck is more expensive than the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's ludicrous, but that's where we are, right? So if you live in that world, how do you then expect people, like, when these boxes are like 150, 200 bucks, 250, it's like, okay, I can buy multiple. It's okay because I can kind of afford it. But when one of these things, the cheapest one is $400, and that's still them losing hundreds of dollars per sale, it's just not going to work out. I just don't know. So they have to work that out. Hopefully this AI bubble thing goes away in a bit, but I don't know when that happens. But whatever. But that part of it makes it a little bit more challenging for me. I'm not sure it works because of that major problem. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I agree with you. If they're gonna do it, then just go.
Just do it, bro. Just do it.
Go
Reggie
in.
going with that $2 super chat says, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Says, man, them studios was gone regardless. I don't think that's the case.
I don't think so.
I don't believe that at all, because those studios were never meant to make the money. They were literally purchased for the purpose of them being those filler games that were able to come out and give you different experiences. And then the big games were the ones who were challenged to make the money, right? The umbrella of Call of Duty, right? I can tell you right now, on top of everything else, it was Black Ops 7 that fucked them so hard. It was Black Ops 7 that did it. Because this is what happened. They failed so much. It was like literally 60% they lost. I don't think that they would have been shuttered at all. And exactly, Amit Kumar, there was a price to pay. People think that there wasn't. The guy who was in charge of Black Ops 7 is gone. He's out the studio head, gone, because he made that decision, and he literally screwed everybody, bro. He screwed everybody. Dude, when I see this game, Fable looks fucking amazing.
It does.
Fable
Imagine it being an exclusive.
Amazing. This would have been an exclusive.
I think they need to pull the trigger and make it exclusive.
Like, it would have been amazing. Say it again.
I think they need to pull the trigger and make it exclusive. I know it's going to cost them, but who cares? Like, if you want to play this, like, you just got to do it,
bro. If you're going to do this, then do it. Then fight hard. Because if you're already in that world, what does it matter? You're closing our studios that we cared about. I got nothing left. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing left to fight for. So I don't care what you do. It don't matter to me. But if you're going to do it, go do it right. Go do it right. So at least these dudes don't come at you in a year or two and put you back in the same place. When they start saying, yeah, we got exclusives, but look at what they gave us. They're not giving us the good exclusives. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. All right. Hargeet, anything else?
Yeah, so if we have Helix next year, which I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. And it's not because it can't come out. It's because of the stupid prices, right? So my thought on the prices is that, for the first year, it's really not going to matter.
No,
because
we're going to buy it anyway.
The people who buy it are the very hardcore, right? So, and every game that's going to come out is going to obviously work on both. It's going to be there for series consoles. It's going to be there for, the Helix, right? It'll just be the higher quality. However, the cost is going to be extraordinary. It just is, because of the stupid AI costs, right? Fine.
Yep.
Maybe you just say, and from all indications, it doesn't look like PlayStation is ready to do the same thing and come out next year. They are holding back. And it's like,
Yep.
cool, you know what? That gives you an opportunity. You can be out. All the big games will want to showcase with you because you'll have the higher quality console, obviously, right? So you can do that for a year, maybe 2 years, and gradually bring the price down. Finally, prices come down, right? When the AI bubble starts to burst a bit. When PlayStation finally can make the PS6 come out, at that point, the cost differential can be equalized. So you can bring it to whatever level they're bringing it out, right? Because at that point, the cost for everything should come down, right? So I think they can just go ahead and do it, even though it'll be ludicrously expensive, and then just try to match the PlayStation 6 when that comes out.
Yeah.
But that gives them a
the thing,
huge lead.
this is what you do, Hargy. If you do that, you put us back into a world where over time the price is going to go down.
Yes, exactly. And that makes much more sense in the long run.
Yep.
So yes, they might have to subsidize a bit, but bring it in hopefully under $1,000. If it has to go above $1,000, fine, but be very close to that mark, and then bring it down when the PlayStation 6. I'm going to guess PS6, they're looking at 700. They want to have it be 700. Maybe a little less.
I would say you have
So
the Series
bring it to
X equivalent at your 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 if you need to be, or right at $999. And then you still, I don't think you come into this generation without offering the cheaper version that's going
I agree, but I don't know what's going to
match.
happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but I agree. I think it is a
I
good
think you
idea,
give the 1080,
especially
you
in
give
this
the
gen.
1080 box. You do the
Yeah, you should
1080p box.
Yep. I think it is viable. The
Yeah,
big
because then
components
if
here
you
are
come at
memory
a,
and storage.
if you come at
It's gonna be very
$900
expensive.
or $1,000 for the Series X version, like the big boy, and then you come in at 650 or 700, you know, for the lower
The
box,
lower tier.
the
Yeah.
lower tier. Because remember, you can't think about what the Series X and the PlayStation 5 cost. You have to think about what the Series S costs. So if 400 is where the Series S is now, at 650, that's a sizable boost in price. Like you're spending a lot of money, and you're creating a gap between the Series S that's still going to be the cheapest way into any of these games that are coming out. But I think that you go at like 650, 700 for the Series S version of the Helix, and you go 900 to 1,100 for the Series X version. Maybe there's two SKUs for the Series X, you know, with and without the disk drive, or hardware space. Maybe you got a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte right off the rip. You know, let people choose, you know, what they want. But I think you do that.
Yeah, Mac says Hargate the Pro is 900 for PS5. Yeah, and the higher tier Steam Deck is 950. It's ludicrous how expensive that is. It's a Steam Deck. It's like a 2 flop box. And it's 950. Like, holy crap, man. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I tend to agree that they should have 2 SKUs. That's up to them. And Asha is trying to look at that, right? She's trying to see how she can make it more affordable. That's something they're gonna have to work out. But yeah, I think it is a good idea to kind of, you know, have 2 different SKUs. The same as the Series S and X. I don't know, like, a lot of people are so annoyed with the Series S, but I'm like, dude, the Series S is still the most affordable way to get into current gen. And for all those coming over for GTA, this is still the most affordable way to get into this current gen. The Switch 2 doesn't even have the game, but even that is going to be $500 at the end of the year. In September, it's going to be $500. And PS5, like, it starts at what, like 600, 650? Like, good. $400 is still cheaper.
I thought it's 700 now. I thought the cheapest.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I thought there was still a 600, 650 version without a disc drive. But, you know, whatever it is, you know, that's where we are. And it's like, okay, at some point we just have to kind of deal with the fact that, like, that lower tier box really is a good idea in a market like this. You need some entry point that's not ridiculous. And this way Xbox can still do the same thing. Have a very high tier box, no problem. Just like they did with 1X, 1S. 1S was the lowest, 1X was the highest, right? Cool. You have both types. You just want to play it, no problem. We got you covered, right? They also have the streaming that's still available, though that whole marketing campaign failed miserably. So I don't know how much they want to go after that again, but it's still there if you want it, right? So I think, to your point, Two tiers is probably still the better answer, and just cut back the specs and say, hey, this is still going to give you a very stunning 1080p, and this is going to give you a stunning 4K.
Yep.
You know, pay the extra if you want it. You know, no problem.
Yep. 100%, man.
But anyway, yeah, done.
Yeah.
Enough ranting.
Facts. Let me get the homie Reggie Bone in the building. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Says, I see money. I respect your view. I'm gonna fall back from now on. Oh, dope. Appreciate you, man. In my mind, I'm right though. Keep being an awesome streamer. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. Very, very kind of you, bro. Respect, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Guys, this is it, bro. We're wrapping it up. Man, this was cool. I like this. At the end. It's kind of more intimate. You know, you're with the members, you're with the people. I like that. Well, this is the way it's going to be going forward. Every single show we do, including Anime After Dark. That's right. They will also be stopping the show sooner so that members will have some alone time with the gang. And then, yeah, you'll be good to go. So, yeah. That's it. We're wrapping it up, man. Thank you again. Shout out to everybody who was live in the building with us, man. We appreciate all of you. Shout out to everybody who super chatted and gifted memberships, man. You guys are dope. Mick Kumar says, even CMoney is doing exclusive content. Fam, listen, I've been trying to figure out what I can do to help, you know, for like the members, right? Members are people who are showing up every single month and giving us some cash, but I really don't have anything for them because every time I tried to do something, you know, I used to do the Saturday morning show, you know, CMoney's Corner for like an hour and a half or whatever. It's not sustainable for me. You know, like I have too much going on that I can't like wake up another time to do a show. I can't take another time to do a show. Like I just can't. That's part of why I want to branch out and expand the show, right? That's why we started this anime show. That's why we're going to start a PlayStation show. That's why we're going to start a Nintendo show, because I can't do more. I'm already maxed out, you know, so, but I still want the channel to grow. I think it can, and I think it will. But we're going to do that by, you know, bringing on partners, you know, and that's just what it is. We do have the homie Space Shot who snuck in here, member for 20 months. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Says, thanks for the after show with members. Had to use the OG account I joined with thanks to YouTube's name changing. Oh, that's dope, man. Well, I'm glad you came. Thank you all for rocking out with us, man. I think that'll be dope. Gentlestone says they need to do a Shield style streaming box first party. They were gonna do a streaming box. I think it makes sense to do a streaming box with Xbox Play Anywhere and Game Pass. You just do some type of bundle that you can go ahead and
well, they did. That was that Fire Stick. Is that what it was called? The
well, it's not theirs though. He's talking about first party, something that says Xbox, right? Amazon Fire Stick is not something that if you're walking through the store and you're like, oh wow, look at that cheap Xbox. You know what I'm saying? It's still a Fire Stick. But if you went and you were walking through the store and you saw $99 Xbox, you know, stream box or whatever, it's just I think that would do better. But yeah, man, guys, thank you again, man. Appreciate all of you. Of course, we got the homie Hargeet in the building. Thank you so much for rocking. I know it's been a long show. This one was our first one. This will be a shorter show, meaning not the end, but the actual show. So we're gonna stop the shorter show at an earlier time than normal, because we can't be doing 5-hour shows anymore. But you'll still get a chunky, you know, back end members only show. So we appreciate you guys, and again, that'll be every single show we do. Hargeet, let the people know where to find you, what you got going on before we get out of here.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody enjoyed their Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day to everybody, and I'll be on with Web Dave on Sunday on Father's Day at 7 p.m. Check that out, and yeah, I'll see you guys next Friday.
That's it, man. We're good to go. All right, man. Remember, we will be back. What's today? Friday? Okay, so we'll be back on Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. Now, so we might, I don't know 100%, I gotta confirm. So we might start the PlayStation show without a full deck of a panel and just kind of start it and then pick up people over time. So if that is the case, that will be Sunday night, a Sunday night stream. But obviously it's a PlayStation show, so it's doing its own thing on PlayStation topics and such. So just in case though, it will be with our boy Big Cloud Gaming. So definitely show him some love. He's not a pony, he's just a PlayStation fan, man. And then of course we'll be back on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern with the Xbox Night Quest. We're gonna have a good time. Definitely come and hang out with us. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle! We're done. Until next time, you're intruding.